Hello, my name is Sebbi and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Sunday, May 3rd, 2020. I just got back home from a weekend away. Indeed, a weekend away took place. I visited my parents and this was amazing. This was really great. Finally seeing them again. It's not that this social distancing and the entire corona situation is over, but slowly things are changing, things are improving, and also Berlin still is my second address. So Berlin still is a registered living place of myself, and at my parents we do have basically two apartments in the same house. So I was just visiting my second residence, so to say, and yeah, this was really nice. This was fantastic. Finally seeing them again. I haven't seen them since the birthday of my grandpa in January, so it's been quite some time. So it was nice. It was really nice, also because we did some excursions to the surrounding area of Berlin, which also was just great. And yeah, so great weekend indeed. It also was possible because Friday, so May 1st, is a bank holiday over here in Germany, so I had the day off on Friday. I left on a Friday morning and just returned today, so Sunday. So was a nice weekend away, was a little bit longer weekend away, which was just great. The only thing that was a little bit stressful was the travel time. I mean, this is, so to say, a positive side effect of Corona, as long as there are positive side effects. But the autobahn is quite empty. So yeah, I had new records, new records in completing the distance, which is great, which is really great. But yeah, it's also just thanks to social distancing, which is not so great. But anyway, was good. Was really a nice weekend. And now I have to feel the ceiling is rather narrow. Maybe. Now, after I completed the ceiling, it feels a bit narrow. It feels a bit narrow for being a museum, but maybe that's all right. Or shall I go one block higher? I mean, this is This would make a lot of more work when I would go one block higher. The deck could remain there, but still, this would cause a lot of more work. That's a good question. Let's try things out. I mean, I started here to get a few things done already. What happens when I get up here and I increase this thing by 1? Okay, now I can use my dirt. I can use the dirt and just maybe cover this area. I mean, I of course have to remove the dirt afterwards again, but we can get an idea. Right, let's also use this area over here. We can get an idea how it feels with one block higher of ceiling. Maybe this is what I need to do. So yeah, dang it. this was a great weekend. This was really a great weekend. And what else took place? Well, on Wednesday afternoon, after having attended 2 of those talk shows, already have been 2 talk shows I attended. They now came up with the idea, hey, let's also have okay, that's all the dirt. Let's also have a podcast. Let's have a podcast talking about your seminar. Yes, that's unfortunate, but one block higher feels so much better. This feels rather narrow and not so great. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, I already know what I have to do, but still, oh no. Okay. Okay, yes, we do have to redo this upper level. But that's fine. I mean, we're used to this already. I already know what I have to do. I just have to move everything 1 block higher. Oh no. But anyway, yeah, they came up with, okay, we could also have a podcast. And so Wednesday afternoon, we've been recording said podcast, and I mean, it's nice to, oh no, ow, suddenly be some kind of expert or someone who people are interested in or so. But on the other hand, it's about this seminar, this teaching and learning with augmented and virtual reality seminar. And although I try to use the stage to discuss my research, so okay, there are a few blocks, so serious games and so on. It mainly was about my seminar and teaching and pre-service teacher education. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this topic. It's just not my topic, so to say. Okay, I somehow lost some dirt. I see. 1, 2, 3, there. 4. All right. It's not just. Yeah, I mean, it's an important thing. It's important to do this. Oh no, this requires a lot of work. What we have to do, we have to do a lot of things to redo what we've done. Oh no. Moving this 1 block higher is really bad. I should have realized this a little bit earlier, but guess taking some time off is quite beneficial for these things. In the end, I get another chance to build the deck, to have a different variety of the deck or so. Not variety, but a different distribution of the slabs, which makes it maybe a little bit more interesting. But well, let's do this. Let's. I can use those here. Unfortunately, can't use those here. These have to be moved. So many things have to be moved. Oh man, this is bad. Maybe I should just do it from down here, because this is, I guess, easier to remove everything again. And yeah, so I use this podcast. I try to use this podcast to also talk about serious gaming, but yeah, now I get people, or I don't know if people, but those who enjoy those podcasts then, and web shows, talk shows, will start to learn me more and more about the person who is teaching pre-service teachers about virtual reality. And yeah, I mean, that's really where I try to make the difference by, okay, I'm also doing serious gaming, and serious gaming are cool, and talking about all those things, and try to divert from the main topic of the podcast, but not sure if this was successful. And yeah, so this happened, and I'm not quite sure what I really should think about it, because yeah, it's not really the thing I'm researching. So on the other hand, maybe it helps me to find maybe a different position later on or so when people start to know me and I'm getting famous for things I do, or because I attend those talk shows and those podcasts and so on. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Still, was interesting to participate in it, but yeah, not really the things I enjoy to do. I mean, I enjoy talking. I enjoy discussing things here in the coffee break. So it was for the host. It was quite interesting because even with those talk shows, he's always surprised that I'm just talking. And I mean, when you look at my background of doing this YouTube thing for many years, then talking is not really a problem for me. It's just a thing that happens. It just happens, and suddenly you filled an entire episode. But yeah, talking about a part of my job that is just part of my job and not really what I'm interested in feels a little bit weird. But I guess I'm encumbered. But that's besides the point. All right, let's maybe just sleep before bad things start to happen. Yep, there's already a spider. Okay, let's put away all those things we don't need at the moment. This and this and this. Right. So yeah, there was this. And there was the weekend away, which was great. The Sebbi and Friends server is making progress, which is also nice. Unfortunately, not so much progress because so much about Max. Yeah, with weekend away, there was not much time to build something, but that's all right. I mean, we have time. We have lots of time, and slowly more people will hopefully join the server and make things more vivid and more interesting with more projects. So I'm really looking forward to this. Since we were already discussing so much teaching and we weren't really discussing teaching, just that I had to present my teaching in a podcast. Unfortunately, I of course would like to show you the link where you can find the podcast, but it's in German, so I don't think that you can really enjoy it. Might be a little bit weird for you, listening to a German podcast where you don't understand a thing or so. But yeah, teaching. Matthew asked, what kind of materials am I preparing for this video-based lecturing? Actually, there's not much material that had been prepared. Basically, I just did the presentation of my slides I would normally do during the normal teaching session in front of my computer. So I was just using OBS Studio. I recorded my desktop, rather the presentation tool, and yeah, I discussed all the slides. So it was similar to what I would normally do in a normal class environment, but this time, in a remote way. It worked out quite alright. Of course, I also had some videos in it, and because we use how are those things called? They are not called content management systems. Are they called learning management systems? Is this the way how how those specialized content management systems are called from. Well, no matter how the thing is called, but for our virtual teaching class course thing, so those, I think it's called learning management system. So no matter how the thing is called, but for our course in there, since I also wanted to give the students some tasks, normally during my normal classes, I give the students from time to time a task so that they can prepare something and we can discuss it afterwards. And for those special tasks, I created some message boards they could use either to report what they found out when doing some research or whatever task I gave them. And yeah, then of course I made sure that the videos itself aren't too long, because it's better to just have a couple of 15-minute long videos than a 90-minute long lecture, so to say. So I decided to, and this often works quite well with when you do have good slides, or when you have prepared all your teaching materials. Often you find a few important aspects that present a coherent unit of your teaching, of your topic you want to discuss. And so it was quite easy to split the videos into segments of 15 minutes each, often shorter. And I mixed those message boards in between, so had a video, then a message board, then another video, and in the video I introduced the students also to their tasks, so that basically if they followed the course, the contents in the correct order, they got a new task, and inside of the video then they had to do the task and move on to the next video. So it was some kind of interactive teaching. But for the next few sessions, I will do live sessions. I like to, well, next time we will have the first session where the students have to form groups, their final groups, in which they will, of course, develop their products. And yeah, I'm excited to find out how well this worked out over the message boards, because yeah, well, now we are doing this in a remote way, and I'm really curious if the students manage to, I think I will keep this one here just for size, to find out if the students indeed managed to form a group, or if this has turned out to be a total disaster. Oh dear, this will be interesting. I will do some preparations for the next session, which will go live on Tuesday, or rather there will be this Zoom session. I will do them tomorrow, and so tomorrow I will find out if they manage to form groups, or if this will cause a lot of work and headaches and whatnot when I do have to do this actual session. We will see. We will see what comes out of this. And yeah, so there's that. There's that indeed. Oh yes, teaching materials. So those were my teaching materials I had for this kind of video-based teaching. And yeah, next time, as I just said, I like to okay, what do I need? I need spruce stairs. Next time is this group session and so on. The session afterwards, I, instead of just pre-recording some videos, like to do a live session where basically present the contents live, but in this case, I will do it using Mozilla Hubs. So I will use my virtual reality head-mounted display I still have borrowed from the university to give them a live presentation in a virtual environment. I think this is really a great idea because, I don't know, why have I put away those, dang it, why have I put away those blocks? I need them again to place them, again. Yeah, I just thought this would be a great idea so that we, in the end, do have various approaches of doing remote teaching, of doing teaching with modern media, so that I not only explain the students what they can do with augmented and virtual reality, but that I also use various media forms for teaching myself, and in this way they can hopefully get a better understanding what is possible, what they can do, what works well, where are the advantages, where are the disadvantages, and yeah, this is a little bit the concept of my teaching this semester. So I will change between various formats, and I hope this this will make things interesting, mix things up, and yeah, in the end also inspire the students to come up with creative ways of teaching themselves. So yeah, next time Zoom, the time after Mozilla Hubs, then we'll have 2 Zoom meetings again, and then I will do some videos again. And yeah, those are the materials. Those are the materials I have prepared, and I will prepare, and everything bases on the normal slides and the normal yeah, on all the information I provided them last semester. So I just try to come up with different formats how I can present the contents on those slides to the students in our current situation. And so far I do have the feeling it works out well. It feels good. And yeah, so that's where we are. Matthew also had other questions, but I think I will save them for a future episode, because I don't want to waste all the precious questions. When we do have some questions I can answer, then of course I like to save them and make the most of them. Unless you start to be really creative with new questions, so that I do have more things to talk about and more things to discuss. This would be also a great alternative. Okay, we need to... Now we have to be 4 blocks high. We have to add another block there. This is enough? Yeah, this would be enough. Alley-oop. Okay. It's nighttime already, so we have to enjoy a cooked cod, and then return to the tower before bad things occur and happen and whatnot. So yeah, those have been my last few days. Of course, there is also some paper writing going on, some relaxed paper writing. The deadline is still far away, which is good. Ooh, creeper. Oh dear. Okay, I guess we do have to... Ow. Okay, this one decided to descend there. The creeper is up there, so maybe we can run for it. Let's Just get all the sweet XP. Horse. Yes, I know there's a skeleton. Ooh dear, ooh dear, ooh dear, ooh dear. Easy, easy. Ah. Serpentine, 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 serpentine. Ah, we made... Ooh dear, creeper, spider. This is what I really meant with before bad things start to happen. No, no, horse, please, please. Please go on. Okay, zombie guy. More zombie guys. No. No. Alright. We can make it. We can make it back home. I hope. Creeper down there. But that's alright. So... yeah, one last thing, because this is right in my brain right now. The journey to Berlin and back home from Berlin was good. I mean, this is what I already discussed, that I got new personal best times for both directions. But I'm surprised how many road construction things are going on those 500 kilometers. This is a lot, and I mean, it worked out because there weren't so many people driving on the autobahn, but under normal circumstances it would have been mental. It would have been just crazy. Why are they doing this? Why so many... Oh, we're burning through our arrows. I guess I need to slice a few arrow dispensers with my 400th episode sword, since there's looting 2 on it, to get a few more arrows. Otherwise we run out of arrows. This would be unfortunate. But anyway, I hope you found this episode interesting. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will be joining me next time when I answer more of Matthew's questions, when I report on how well it worked out with... here I also do have just 3 blocks, and it looks not so cramped. But I think it's a different thing if you just have a tower where you are living in, or if you do have a museum where you really want to be spacious and yeah, where you just want to be spacious, indeed. Anyway, so yeah, where I report on the success of this remote group finding situation. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Next time, I hope I see you next time. Until then, my name is Sebbi. See you!